Hey guys, it's G, and today we'll be looking at a Progetto 65. Well, I mean, I'll be playing a Progetto 65, but we'll be focusing on something different. We'll be focusing on how to push the south side of this map, Live Oaks. Now, I see a lot of people making mistakes and getting themselves killed for no reason. And it kind of drives me mad because even if you're at an advantage, you lose that advantage when you push in the improper way. Now this map honestly is pretty tricky, so I can't really blame them. And like I'm gonna make a video in the future on how to push from the other side, which is also a key aspect. Anyways, from now on I'll just talk my way through what I'm doing here and how to approach this without losing HP. So basically what I initially do is sit in this bush. Now why is that? Because it allows me to put ambush shots on tanks such as WZ. It doesn't even spot me. And plus, if no tank commits like a WZ, I can still spot tanks such as the Progetto and further on. Anyways, I'm gonna peek because I think the Progetto 65 will commit, but I'm lucky enough to spot the AMX 5100 and various other tanks. And since I'm starting to get assist damage. Now I was actually really afraid of a 60 DP because the 60 DP has 750 alpha, and if that hits me it's pretty much 1/3 of my HP, which is not that good. Anyways, we're getting loads of assist damage on the 60 TP, and I'm really glad because that tank is really trollish. And we all know we've been seeing that tank much more often now because it is top of a tree. So I'm really glad we're taking it out slowly. So anyways, I'm gonna discuss real quick what happened. So the enemy all retreated under the hill, which gave me the opportunity to push down the dip. It's really important not to commit when the tank's engaging you because you're gonna lose a lot of HP in the process. Now you see me attack from the left. That is really crucial because tanks like the 60 DP and the Udis will have a really hard time to hit me. And being an autoloader, it gives me the chance of isolating the carnivore who didn't pull back and kill him, and which also additionally allows my teammates to push in. Now you see I hid under this mini ridge. This didn't allow a 60 TP, which has pretty good gun depression to shoot me. So that was just a classical work, isolating the carnivore, hiding from my enemy's gun line of fire, and that is just, in my opinion, completely worth it, even though we lost 900 HP. But that allowed my entire team to push forward. Now, a really important thing to point out is that our Lynx is doing a really important job, which is lighting up, spotting tanks such as the Yak Tiger, who are camping in the G1, G2 area. Now, there's a tendency of tank destroyers to camp at the G4 area, you know, behind the rock, the house, and people tend to push despite that, which was going to get them killed. So anyways, the Lynx did a fantastic job of spotting them. Now you see I'm trying to hit the Progetto 65, which is at full HP, which is probably my biggest threat. But since he is not in the spotting area, he's not spotted anymore, I decide to fully commit. Now what you may be thinking, wait, why did you commit if you just said that there might be TTs? Well, look where the TTs are. The TTs are too far away. The only people who could have threatened me were if TDs were at the G4 area. But since nobody was there and we're mainly in the dip, the Yak Tigers, I can safely push in and destroy the tanks. Now, another error usually people make is that they continue where the 50 TP is going in the K area. And that is a big mistake. You want to be where I am right now. Why? Well, that's because it's going to give you a lot of spotting damage, first of all, which is amazing. And again, you're under the line of fire of potential enemies. Because if a 50 TP, for example, continued in the K area, the tanks all around this GH dipole could have easily hit it. So that would be a big mistake. So anyways, we take completely a Yak Tiger out, which is really important because he was the only one who could actually see him, I think. Everybody else is in the dip. So yeah, that pretty much sums it up. So I'm gonna go really quickly over my mechanic of approaching the south push. You start initially in the bush at the beginning where you take tanks by surprise. Oh wait, I'm gonna quickly talk about this engagement. So if he misses one, I'm gonna auto aim one. I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna keep my shot. Why is that? Well, that's because and that would make my damage per minute grow significantly. He hits me twice. He has shot 3 times. I'm gonna manual aim this around the corner and put a shot into him, making us both one shots. And that was a beautiful takedown. Like, you could also take notes on how to play when you have lower HP, because that was really flawless. Anyways, what do you do for the south push? Kind of sidetracked there. First, you enter that bush and see if you can put initial damage into tanks who are committing down the dip, so they're already damaged and have lower amounts of HP to deal with later. Second, if the enemies are retreating back under the hill and you can see that you can safely, it's really important to safely claim the dip, you claim it. After that, you have to go from the left side. The left side, once it's you see it secured, you can push the tanks where the Cardinal and Action X and hide behind the mini ridge. Once that is done, you can get under the gunfire on the big ridge, you know, in between the mini ridge and the big ridge where 60 TP and the Udis were camping, and let your teammates follow up. It is really hard to push the south if you don't have teammates. It's pretty much impossible. Just gonna put it like that. And then after you reach the J5 area, you know, once you cleared out the tanks on the bridge, then you push from the way I pushed. So you go onto the mini island at H5 all the way to the house where TDs usually camp, which puts you again under their gun line of fire, and allows you to get a massive amount of spotting because your teammates will be aiming there. It is really important to know that if you're insecure how many amount of tanks there are at the TT position at G4, you shouldn't really take that risk unless you're completely sure that you can survive the outcome, because the benefits, like, you might take a lot of damage but you'll get a heap ton of assist damage. So then it's up to you to really measure, is it really worth it, basically. And after that, well, you saw me playing the bush. It's with against the Yak Tiger. That should be your approach, but obviously there are many different scenarios. Anyways, guys, I hope this video was instructive, and let me know. I'm gonna try to do more of these types of videos because I think it's pretty beneficial for a lot of people. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and take care.